Hello, I'm Sam from Jessup Says. The focus of my channel is to share and educate on how to buy less, buy better. It's not necessarily about buying less things, it's about buying something that fits its purpose perfectly and serves you for as long as possible. To me, a chino seems to be very much pitched at being a more formal or versatile version of jeans. They're meant to be the do-it-all trouser, one you can wear on the weekends and most, if not all, workplaces. Excluding, of course, lawyers and other suit-compulsory professions, though, I hear that is changing slowly too. This concept of a do-it-all garment seems to be very interesting to men. I guess we're all ultimately simple people, and we want a simple solution to the age-old question of what pants do I wear today? Jeans, again, are probably one of the most common answers, at least here in Australia, but I don't think they're actually as suitable, let's say, in a workplace as a pair of chinos might be. As seems to be the case with most clothing that stood the test of time, chinos come from a military origin. But in the modern world, they've become a staple trouser for the last 60 or 70 years for those who want a comfortable, good-looking trouser, but often that one that's built to last a lifetime. Another old thing that I enjoy is poetry, and for some reason I decided that this video needed a poem. So I worked with the AI ChatGPT to make a Dr. Seuss or Dr. Seuss inspired poem about how versatile chinos are. So I wanted to share that with you. Oh, the chino, so versatile and fine. Wearing them on a boat is just divine. The fabric is sturdy, but also quite light. So you won't feel weighed down, even on a flight. On a plane, in the car, or at the office too. These pants are always the thing to do. They're smart and professional, but also laid back. Comfortable for a long day on the track. But chinos aren't just for when you're on the go. They're perfect for relaxing, at home and the show. So don your chinos and sit on the couch. You'll feel stylish and comfortable, without a doubt. So let's get into my current favorite pair of chinos, that do-it-all chino that pays tribute and homage to its ancestors, but it does it for the modern world. We're of course talking about the T140 Army chinos from Informale. We can always rely on Informale to give us a nice little summary of the garment on their website, and these are of course no different. The T140 is our version of a 1940s era officer's chino, standard issue for many military forces at the time. It features a high rise, classic one-piece waistband, and a twin needle chain stitch down the leg and seat. Cut roomy from the thigh to the hem, made in a thick, mid-weight Japanese cotton twill, which can be washed and worn regularly for decades. Our army chinos are the perfect classic addition to any wardrobe. A very nice little quote. The details of my pair are as follows. They are the T140 in the color called American Khaki. They also come in French Navy, which is a blue that looks sort of as it sounds. It's a royal deep navy blue. And then also the Japanese Natural, which is my personal favorite color, but not the one that I probably wear as much as I wear the khaki. It's a lovely sort of naturally speckled ecru finish. Very, very cool. And the pants are made in Melbourne. The materials are 100% cotton twill sourced from Japan. The construction features angled side pockets, belt loops, one-piece waistband, a button fly with locally dyed Carrozzo buttons, two back pockets with flaps and buttons, and a twin stitched outseam. The fit is described as a high rise with a relaxed fit and a straight leg. I wear a size 32 and they fit me pretty much perfectly true to size, sitting just below my belly button when I'm standing up. The inseam on the original pair is cut very long to accommodate taller clients, and I've personally seen them on guys that are, super tall. So if you are a very tall guy, these actually might be an option for you. I would reach out to Informale and ask. As such, you probably guessed that I cut about, a meter or so off the bottom of these to fit my much shorter legs. I actually made the cut of these to have no break at full length and some break at one roll. Anyway, we'll discuss what break means and why that matters later in the video. The cost of these is 385 Australian dollars, which works out to be around 260 USD. Unlike my jeans from Informale, the JE19s, I got these in a size 32 and not a size 34. As such, the fit of these is pretty much perfect. I'm basically a classic 32 in most trousers as long as they have tolerances for, quads and calves and bums, which this pair do. They fit me fantastically. The leg is straight and it's perfect. It's insanely classic, which makes it very comfortable to wear and provides a lot of ability to move. They're probably the most comfortable non-pleated trouser that I own. The waist is pretty high, but but in a way that I personally like. It sits really comfortable and I don't ever have to wear a belt because of how good the fit is. They sit nicely if you're sitting down and standing up a bit, which I tend to do, and I don't find myself having to adjust them, you know, when you stand up and sit down all the time. Overall, no real critique. The fit is exactly what I want. And again, I've seen these on quite a wide variety of guys and they tend to look pretty good in pretty much all situations. I actually don't think I've seen a single guy put these on and not look good in them. The material is a very, very nice, high quality Japanese cotton twill. It's lightweight, but sturdy feeling. It's really the perfect twill for 3 and a bit seasons. Except the coldest days, you're gonna need something that's a bit thicker. The fabric has a really nice amount of flexibility, but they're not stretchy like, say, a blended Chino may feel like. But the fabric does have a lot of move to it and it moves really nicely with the body and it conforms to the body over time. Overall, I would say this fabric is fantastic. It's exactly what you want out of the original khaki Chino fabric. The construction is what makes this pair of trousers really come together, literally. And it's all the cute little details that have been added that make this pair a little bit special compared to some of the other chinos out there. They are really truly inspired by those original military pair, and they have the perfect classic silhouette. You probably notice it first with the 2 rear pockets, which are flaps and not just a little jetted pocket like you typically see on a pair of chinos. These flaps are aesthetically really, really cool. They add a bit of flair or something to your bum. And the waist is quite high, so that whole area looks really nice and clean and really creates a very clean and classic silhouette. The one-piece waistband is a really nice and simple feature, but it does have a fairly big impact on the overall aesthetics. A one-piece waistband is a construction method used in trousers where the waistband is made from a single piece of fabric that is sewn directly to the top of the trouser leg. It creates a smooth, continuous waistband with no visible seams, and that gives the trousers a more polished and professional look. It's great for a trouser that you want to be versatile, as a formal occasion is much more challenging to dress for than a casual one. So these chinos have the ability to go up into the much more formal category. A visual difference between these and a pair of jeans, other than the color, is the pockets, which unlike a jean pocket, which is typically like a sideways J, which starts at around the first belt loop and then goes to the side seam, the pockets on this pair are angled pockets, more like a traditional trouser, making the trousers once again nice and sleek. And between the waistband and those angled pockets, you can see that sew line going through the pockets and through that waistband. Like I said in the last video, it's a really cool and cute feature that you may want to look for because it's something that takes a lot of time and attention to detail to achieve. The last visual detail is the twin stitching down the outer leg, which creates an interesting raised seam that makes the trousers look a little bit more unique. And it's a direct reference once again to those original army chinos. The only thing missing compared to those original trousers is a little coin pocket on the right hip, which honestly I don't miss, as it seems way too small to be useful in today's world. There is, however, a little coin pocket sewn into the right side pocket, actually in the main pocket bag, so it's there if you want. As I said much earlier in the video describing the fit, I wanted to discuss the choice of break that I've chosen and why I made that choice. How long a pair of pants is, be it a wool dress trouser or a pair of jeans, affects how it fits. But most importantly, it impacts the context of how that garment might be appropriate to wear. Trouser break refers to the point where the hem of the pants falls on top of a person's shoe. A trouser's break can be classified in 4 main ways. There's no break, half break, full break, and then there's high water. Yeah, I know. No break, also known as slight break, is when the hem of the pants falls just above the top of the shoe, creating a clean, streamlined appearance. The style is often worn with dress shoes and can be considered the most formal look. It's very classic, very traditional, and in my opinion creates the nicest silhouette. Half break is where the hem of the pants falls slightly below the top of the shoe, creating a slight fold in the fabric. The style is less formal than no break and is often worn with more casual shoes like sneakers or loafers. It's sort of a slouchy or slightly slouchy version of no break, and it's a style that seems to be becoming more popular as the more fashionable, trendy fits get more and more baggy and exaggerated. Though talking of exaggerated, we of course have full break, where the hem of the pants falls significantly below the top of the shoe, creating a noticeable fold in the fabric, sometimes referred to as stacking. This style is considered to be the most casual and is often worn with sneakers or other casual shoes. Finally, if a pair of pants does not touch the shoes at all, and there is a significant gap between the hem hem of the pants and the top of the shoe, then this is referred to as high water or flood trouser break. Bit of a weird name, but the style is generally considered to be a fashion faux pas, and it's not typically worn by men in terms of where the hem is cut. Like, you know, we're not finishing trousers at that height. Well, we shouldn't be maybe, but it is worn by men when they roll their denim up or they roll their pants up a bit, and then they create that gap between the shoe and the hem of the trouser. It's still typically worn with casual shoes and maybe no socks, showing a bit of ankle. It's important to note that the appropriate trouser break for a given pair of pants will depend on the style and occasions you intend to wear them. Also, just your social context, what kind of friends group you have. It all impacts how you want your pants to be cut. For my pair of chinos, I wanted to fully experience the versatility that a chino promises. To achieve this, what I did is start with a perfect no-break finish that works fantastically with Oxfords or boots, loafers, for a more traditional sort of formal occasion. Then I had my tailor sew a fairly wide and distinct hem that can be folded up for a more relaxed, beachy or boat vibe. So I have the best of both worlds. I know that was a lot of information, but I felt for this pair of pants, a true chino, it was really important to nail the length, and you want to provide as much versatility as possible out of these trousers if you can do so. But it's also to be contextually appropriate for your lifestyle and your friends group. So for my lifestyle, this is how I would wear my T140s. Because of the color, I find them very easy to pair. I find that combining them with browns and blues works best, or something bold and bright because they're a very natural and neutral shade. Let's do it a bit differently, as these are trousers, so we'll start with the shoes. If you want to pair them with a boat shoe or a loafer, I would tend to roll them up, as I said before. Some boots, like my RM Williams or my Galways, I want to show those off a little bit, so I leave them rolled for wearing those boots. With a pair of Oxfords, I roll them down, again for that very clean silhouette. These aren't rules, they're just general guidelines of how I tend to wear them. In the recent weeks, I've actually just been wearing them with no roll at all, and I've been really enjoying that clean silhouette with whatever shoes I choose to wear. So, you know, just play with it, I suppose, and I guess that's why they're versatile. For shirts, these pair well with a t-shirt. Tucked in is always my preference, or a polo or a rugby shirt, of course, or even an OCBD. Moving to outerwear, again, depends on the day and the context of your outfit. If you wear a bright layer, say like a Where's Wally Rugby, then you may want to tone it down with a beige jacket. Or if you're wearing an OCBD, then you may want to wear a sports coat. Both are great options depending on what the weather is. They really do combine with just about everything, though I haven't really done much combining with olive or sort of military green colors, as I find that they can look a little too military, and I don't really wear that style too much. My T140s are, to date, the best pair of chinos that I've found. I do have others, and we will cover them in the coming weeks, but at this point, the Informale T140 Army Chino, and of course, American khaki, ticks all of the boxes that I was looking for, and at a great price. They have every single detail you could want, are made from top quality, very comfortable cotton twill, and are once again made in Melbourne for under $400. It's a bit of a steal, really. Thanks very much for watching. Links are in the description as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.